Yo, Descendant, how's it going? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I just want to give you a quick little reminder slash update of everything that is dropping tomorrow with the Ultimate Freyna update. There's quite a few things coming, so just giving a little bit of a refresh and a look at everything that we know that is coming so far. So obviously we got our lovely lady Ultimate Freyna with her skin. I believe this is her base skin, and then this is the premium skin you can buy for her. Then we have Deathstalker, Frostwatcher, Freyna Story quest. We have the modification modules. Now this is going to be the Transcendent modules for Ultimate Freyna alongside normal Hailey. We have the ETA-0 Vendor coming in. I believe this is only coming in on Friday. It's going to be like a weekly vendor, something similar to like Baro Katir if you're used to him from Warframe, or Zer from Descendant if you're used to that guy over there. And then we have the Halloween cosmetics coming in as well with Freyna, and I believe everybody's gonna get a cool Halloween cosmetic. I love to see what all of those look like, because I mean, who doesn't like sexy nurses? We know from all the previous videos and stuff from Twitter and from everywhere on First Descendant devs, they really know how to cook that cake, if you know what I'm saying. I guess TFD more like the first bakery, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, but without further ado, let's hop a little bit more in depth and actually talk about all of these things coming. But that is the TLDR, just right there. Have a look at all of that stuff. Then we move on. Don't forget about the new Twitch drops as well. These will start on Friday the 11th, and these will go through a whole month until the 6th, which will be on a Wednesday. These drops will be active on my channel during the event period, so come on by and check it out. And you also get yourself within 30 minutes of watching, you'll get the Twitch color palette, and then 60 minutes you'll get some golden Kuiper. For 90 minutes you'll get this enamel deep black. I believe it's only one, maybe it could be a couple. I'm not sure how many we get, but yeah, hopefully they change how the palettes and stuff work later on, so you can like unlock it one time and you have it for all your characters. But for now, it is what it is. And then we also get the Freyna makeup after watching for 2 hours. So nothing too fancy, but free stuff is free stuff. And then moving on, we have the Ultimate Freyna exclusive modules, Toxic Mixture and Venom Injection. So let's have a look at the first one. Replaces Contagion Links. When acquired, the skill module will trigger Necrosis instead of Room 0 Trauma. As enemies gain more stacks of Necrosis, your firearm attack increases when you shoot at them, and if an enemy reaches max stacks, your firearm crit hit rate also increases. I believe this could be like a really good bossing build for her. Maybe it even works with her ultimate, so that when you shoot them, it like boosts up the firearm crit and attack of the ult. But from all my testing with the ultimate so far, doesn't seem to actually pull from any firearm damage. The only thing it pulls from the firearm was the magazine capacity, so maybe this just turns her into like a good guns platform and doesn't really affect the ultimate. We'll have to get in and try testing that out as soon as we can once we get in game. And then the other one we have is Venom Injection. This one replaces defense mechanism. It consumes resources to recover your shield and increase skill power modifier while inflicting corrosion on enemies. Enemies afflicted with corrosion suffer reduced toxic resistance, making them more vulnerable to Freyna's toxic attacks. Now this, I don't think it would like replace the Contagion one for me for mobbing personally, but we'll have to go ahead and try. Maybe this is actually good in the 400% dungeons. Maybe you need to reduce their toxins so they can actually, you know, start dying. Maybe the mobs are just extremely tanky, and we'll actually just change out the Contagion and switch it out with this one, because it does kind of replace your like your most useless ability, your defense mechanism. I mean, it's a little bit of defense boost, but overall, you know, more damage is more defense. Kill them before they kill you kind of a thing. So we'll have to see how that turns out, and if this actually does give you a lot of skill power modifier, and if that reduced toxic res is actually very good to stack. So we'll have to test that all out when the update actually goes live, and we will be jumping in and streaming first thing as soon as the update goes live over at twitch.tv as well as the YouTube channel, so check it out. And then we move over to Hailey's exclusive modules. Now the first one we have here is the Super Cooked Kuiper rounds. Using unique weapon reduces firearm attack and fire rate. So this is when you use your Zenith, your 4. It increases your weak point damage in return. Also, successful weak point attacks recover shield instead of your MP. The increase in weak point damage decreases on firing the unique weapon, but increases again on a successful weak point attack. So kind of like that one legendary mod we have right now. I think it's called Real Life Fighter. When you hit the weak points, you get the weak point to stack up, but if you miss, then you lose a stack. So I don't really know how this is going to work out, but telling from like just reading the description of here, it seems pretty bad to me, as like, why would I want to do that to the ultimate and just keep the weak point damage as well as the firearm attack, fire rate, and also the MP regen is kind of like how I built around mine to be able to sustain her 3 to get that 100% crit. Well, not 100%, but you guys know what I mean, like a lot of crit, and then the crit damage and everything, because that's what ultimately scales all the damage. So this I kind of feel like is a terrible mod just by reading it right away. But like I said, again, we'll have to get in game and try this out. Maybe the values are like much higher. Maybe it's like 300% weak point damage boost or something, so you can kind of like maybe 1-2 shot bosses. We'll definitely have to see how this all works, but just reading it and skimming through like that does not seem very good. And then the the second module, we have the cryogenic cluster shot. The cryo effect is changed to cryogenic. Using a firearm to attack enemies inflict with cryogenic deals additional AoE damage to nearby enemies, making this a useful skill module for clearing out common monsters. So it's going to change her one ability, the little thing that shoots out the little ice shards that gives you like a 50% damage boost with like 9 stacks, I believe, which we can get to a really low cooldown and pretty much spam all the time. It's going to change that. The cryo effect is what does it. It's going to change it over to cryogenic, which is just going to basically give you maybe what, like a little thunder cage explosion or a little explosion, because it says enemies attacked inflict with cryogenic deals additional AoE damage to nearby enemies. So if it still keeps the cryo effect of the 50% as well as doing AoE damage, maybe it's good then. But I mean, why would you use this whole Transcendence module and make a whole build around it when you could just play Hailey as like a bossing character build and then have a thunder cage, or you could even just play a Freyna now or a bunny or anything. So I kind of think Freyna's mods are kind of a bit of a letdown there. Again, we'll have to get in game and test this out to see the values of them, but from just reading these Hailey mods, both of them I am not impressed by at all. So it's kind of unfortunate, but hopefully they have something good when we actually get them in game. And then moving on to the Frostwatcher, this is going to be the new ultimate weapon. Let's have a look here. Sneak peek. Frostwatcher. What's Frostwatcher? To wield true power, sometimes you need to be cold and deliberate rather than fast and hot. Frostwatcher is the perfect weapon for such descendants. Synergy, especially a cryogenic archer like Hailey, will benefit from the metabolic boost caused by the Frostwatcher's refrigerant that surrounds the rifle. Okay, I have no idea what this thing does, but I'm gonna assume it like freezes stuff or maybe makes them more vulnerable to chill and stuff like that. So I'll definitely have to see how this turns out. Maybe, just maybe, if you build around this and we use the cryogenic cluster shot for Hailey, we can cook up some kind of a weird AoE build that's very specific to Hailey. So I'll have to stay hopeful and see what happens between these two. I just hope this thing is better than Excava, because you know what happened. You guys maybe build Excava. I still haven't released the video because I feel so bad at how bad the Excava is, but maybe I will drop that video soon. We did build it out. Plot twist, it's the best budget weapon in the game because literally 0 catalysts does the same damage as 8 catalysts. So yeah, best budget weapon. If you want to do no damage with 8 catalysts or 0 catalysts, use Excava. So let's hope the Frostwatcher doesn't get the same treatment and it's actually a pretty decent weapon, because I do quite like scout rifles. So hopefully this turns out to be a good one. And then moving over to Deathstalker, this is going to be the new Void Intercept. Deathstalker has appeared in the Void, the stalker of living things and darkness of the Void space. The Deathstalker is a more formidable foe than any Colossus you have intercepted so far. Be prepared for the battle. You must jump back in the void once again and defend Ingress from the threat of the Deathstalker, overcome the fear of death, destroy the lying mask, and discover your true power. That sounds pretty cool. It sounds like we're going to like a hidden island or something, and we're going to discover this like voodoo mask, and we're going to put it on the face and become the green guy, and we're just going to murder everything. So basically we're just going to become Freyna is what I'm getting from the Deathstalker. But yeah, he's going to be our new Void Intercept. I believe he is toxin based as well, so he should be weak to electricity. We're just going to use our gun Hailey for this on day 1 when we get in there and try him out. Definitely like to see what kind of mechanics he did have. In the trailers we saw before, there was like little skulls floating around, all kinds of stuff, and it did seem to have like a wipe mechanic similar to Tony. So I'd like to see what happens there. Maybe you have to shoot enough skulls, or maybe you got to turn the skulls around or something. All of that, we'll be trying it out when it actually goes live. So excited for that. Can't wait to try it out. Moving on, we have Freyna's new story quest, Freyna's trauma. Freyna is still trapped in the day of Room 0 incident. Her trauma has stopped time and left her to suffer alone in the long grief. Ult Freyna Story quest. Explore the inner mind of this crestfallen hero gripped by the guilt of surviving alone after failing to save her love and comrades. Will Freyna be able to overcome her trauma and face reality? Well, from that outfit she's got around, I kind of think she got past the trauma, or maybe the trauma brought out her darkness on the inside. Who knows? We kind of got this theory that we've had on the stream for the last couple of weeks that Freyna was involved in some kind of like a Hulk experiment, and then she got like turned and went crazy and hulked out and murdered her love and I guess all the scientists. That's my little theory that we have cooked up on the stream. So maybe it's true, maybe it's not, we'll see. But I think she hulked out some crazy experiment, she lost control, she killed her love, she killed all the scientists, and now she's kind of living with that regret. So we'll have to wait and see what the story ends up bringing, but sign me up, I'm all for it. Ultimate Freyna is looking ultimate sexy, so yeah, sign me up, let's get it on with. And then last but not least, we have the ETA-0 trade merchant coming. Now, this is the trade agent. ETA offers a different list of goods each week, consisting of Descendant blueprints, weapon blueprints, materials, inventory expansions, paints, etc., which requires standard ETA vouchers or premium ETA vouchers to trade. These vouchers can be obtained by playing the 400% infiltration operation and exchanging surplus weapon blueprints. So we're going to think they didn't mention anything about exchanging Descendant blueprints right now, but they did mention something about like in the future, maybe a new vendor or something else. So I know a lot of us have a lot of normal Descendants, like extra dupe blueprints and stuff. Just hold on to them for now. But all the weapon duplicates that we do have, we will be able to trade. Now I heard that there will be a weekly limit on this guy, so you can't go exchange all your stuff on like day one. I mean, if we could do that, we could pretty much just have infinite supplies of resources. So I can kind of understand that. I'll definitely like to see what they have from this. I wish they would add catalysts and maybe energy activators to this, as a lot of newer people still struggle with trying to get some energy activators. I know catalysts are pretty easy to get now, but like a lot of people still struggle with energy activators. So I'd like to see that added to the list. But I do quite like that there is going to be paints in here. So there is actually a way to get paint instead of actually paying for it, as well as the inventory expansions. Those you could also only previously get by paying for them. So really nice. And then the blueprints and stuff will be nice to see as well as materials, because then I guess you could just skip some of the vault farming and outpost farming maybe, and just straight up buy materials for stuff you want to craft. And then where can you meet this guy? Every weekend from Friday to Sunday. The days may vary depending on the time zone. So like I said before in the intro, it's going to be basically Rocketeer from Warframe or Xur from Destiny, except I think Baro is like bi-weekly every second week, and then Xur is every week. So it's going to be closer to Xur from Destiny, I guess. I can't remember if he was like once a week or once every 2 weeks, but we'll be making a video on this guy once he does come out on Friday, because the whole of Thursday, tomorrow, when the update actually goes live, we're going to stream all day and get a lot of content and get through everything and try and get everything done. And then Friday we're going to stream a little bit later, but we'll have all the videos up for you guys. We're going to be waiting for this guy to come out as well, so we can go ahead and break it down for you guys and show you what he's got. And then obviously if his stock does change every week, we will add that to like a weekly series of videos. So we'll definitely be doing like a ETA-0 week rotation. So this week Friday we'll start with the first episode. That will be week 1 of him actually coming around. Hopefully he brings some good stuff and they can update him in the future, and he just gets better and better and just brings us a lot of stuff that we actually would like to see. But that's going to be it for this video. Just a quick little reminder on everything that is dropping tomorrow. Get you guys excited and reminded about everything that will be coming. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the live stream. We'll be up as soon as the servers go up, dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So drop on by. I'd love to see you guys there and ask questions. Anything you'd like to know, I'll help you out as much as I can. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Helps me out so much, and I'll catch you beautiful people on the next video as well as in the streams. Augiesaint out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the